Shivering, I ran to the freezing room. Phew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? It's a good question. Good question. Where can I go next? That's still off limits. Is there anyone else in the hallway now? Anybody? Hello? 5B is where I go next, I guess. But seriously, where is everybody? Somebody? Anybody? Anybody to talk to? Kind of want to talk to people. Can I talk to people? Maybe not right now. Alright, fine. 5B it is. So what's up in here? What are the new happenings? Ooh, Fihiko. And Monokuma. Hello. I should ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. Let's see here. We've got the door. Fihiko. The monitor, the clock. Alright, so talk to people last, of course. And first, Monokuma. No, I don't think they use the same trick twice. Alright. Valence camera. And then iron plates. And then clock. Meaningless, let's look at the clock. I'm assuming Monokuma talking to him is forced, so Fihiko first. Just gonna quick look for any super hidden Monokumas.
Jeez.
When I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. Keeps glancing at me. Wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way.
Damn right.
Let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do it either. I'm gonna take one for the team, Hajime. You're the new Nagi, at least in terms of being the punching bag. And now that Nagito's dead, you're gonna have to be the ultimate hope too.
Hiya.
Why, hello, Hajime. Hope you're doing pleasantly well. Are you pleasantly well? Are you pleasantly well, right? What? Pleasantly? Yes, that's a word. What are you doing here?
No, no.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. You didn't get me for telling you word by word. How could you get so tired of drawing manga? In the first game, you said the world moves based on speed, right? You said, like, stuff like a weekly manga artist is more talented than a monthly manga artist. I don't know whether that's true or not, but you gave up. Slowpoke. Should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student doesn't like manga. It's like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What did you need to tell me? It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for.
What?
Surprise! It's about ultimate despair. Huh? Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days,
Actually,
it was originally a title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. So yeah, it's a group now, but it used to be 1/2 people. Okay, fair enough. A high school girl?
yes, indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima! Finally! First fucking name drop all goddamn game. Like, we had Byakuya, but that's only because we had Byakuya. So, anyways. Junko Enoshima?
Hey,
As the former Ultimate Despair, she created Despair brimming with charm and humor. And created the Ultimate Despairs. Despairs, get it? There was one really horrible person in that group.
don't fuck with me.
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
Unbelievable.
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
Hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. You definitely said something about a certain person. Go back. There was one really horrible person in that group. Damn it, who's the person? Okay.
Phew.
Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat.
Huh?
What was their purpose?
Huh?
What?
You...
Like I said, why'd they cause the incident? It doesn't even make sense. Because she got off on despair. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose.
Hey,
It was Junko Enoshima's despair. Huh? For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose. A set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Okay. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her, everything is despair. The hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. Okay. And so the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Enoshima. Alright, understandable. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair. All in Junko Enoshima's name. Okay, dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair. Ah, I kind of understand that. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. That's fucked up. There's no way that something that crazy is possible.
What?
Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy at Host Peak Academy? No, I don't. Unless you've forgotten about memory loss. Final days?
In other words...
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. What do you mean final days? What happened to the Reserve Department?
Of course!
They fulfilled their role as a disposable limbs. They believed in what they need to do. And so the 2,357 students of the Reserve Department all committed mass suicide. And yet I'm here. Mass suicide? She formed a cult.
What'd you say?
All 2,357? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded, huh? Gee, I wonder who. Is that me?
Damn it!
Don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair, Junko Enoshima? It doesn't scare me at all. I mean,
Bastard!
Junko Enoshima's already dead! And how do you know that? Huh? How do you know that? It's true, but how do you know that? I have to talk to Fuyuhiko now. How does he know that? First, though, 2,357 students in the Reserve Department were inflicted by Junko's despair and committed mass suicide. There was only one survivor. Gee, I wonder who. It might be actually a plot twist than someone else. This term was adopted by the group responsible for causing the tragedy, but in actuality, it originally referred to a certain female high school student named Junko Enoshima. Spoilers if you haven't played the first game. Okay. Fuyuhiko, how do you know? Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko Enoshima is really dead?
Huh?
You didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. Which classroom? A bloody classroom? No way. What was that you said about the killing school life? Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Host Peak Academy. Oh! Was it mentioned in that? What we got in case 4? I don't remember if it was mentioned there or not, if Junko died. Anyways. Okay. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
That's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey,
For a manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. So is this a different manga? Like, you found this in a different classroom, so we've all been exploring our own shit, I guess? And we're all gonna meet up or something? According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Enoshima. Mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead!
like...
Turns out that killing school life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students Host P Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students Host P Academy took away their memories. That's just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a crude asshole. Surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing?
So...
Students at Host P Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up!
Huh.
But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko Enoshima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. No matter how terrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter.
Bastard!
Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore! And yet Monokuma is here. Monokuma said something about, you know, a truly terrifying individual who started working for Junko. I'm assuming that's who's controlling Monokuma now. Then, who's our enemy? If Junko Enoshima is already dead, and the rest of the Ultimate Despair behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation. Reminds me of certain Byakuya's imitator, but I don't think that's it. Still, the imitator did better than the real thing. The real thing only got 9 of her... No, 8. If you don't count Makuro, only 8 of the students were killed. Yet in this game, 11 have been killed. Even if you don't count Chiaki, it's still 10.
No shit!
The students from Host B Academy stopped the real deal. There's no way we'll lose to some fake! But if this really is an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? There's cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting it somewhere, just like the survival cameras during the Killing School Life? Killing School Life is added to the Truth Bullets. Ultimate Despair has been updated in your handbook. And Monokuma continues to ellipses us. However, Junko killed herself at the climax of the Killing School Life after she lost to the students' Host B Academy. As part of the tragedy, Junko and Enoshima forced the students of Host B Academy to kill each other, filmed their deeds with the school surveillance cameras, and broadcasted it to the entire world. Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What? What? Do you have a problem with that? I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's gonna happen if you do that?
Ooh, how exciting!
One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character route. What? You're not making sense again.
Well now.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside.
Yeah!
I'll raise them flags like crazy. Alright then, you gonna tell us more?
What?
What surprise? Do you want to hear about the Ultimate Despairs again? I thought you were gonna tell us more. Shit! I spilt water on myself again. Damn it! Oh, whatever. Ah, fuck, it'll change later. No, I want to hear about new stuff. I don't really need you to...
Hey!
Even though the term Ultimate Despair was to a group, he was clearly... He's just starting on his own. As the Despair brewing... You don't have to keep explaining.
What?
It's fine already? But I'm just getting to the good part. Actually, did he say something new? With her... Okay. Good part or not, I've already heard this from you before. So, okay, I thought you said he was going to tell us something new. Fucking liar. Alright, let's go then. Let's get out of here. This is new. Why are we on a different floor? It's changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised with something like this. There's so many fucked up things that have happened. I'm just going to take it in stride at this point. Until everything makes sense at the end, hopefully. Hopefully it explains everything. So, I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. Akane is over there. Why the fuck are you still alive, Akane? When I started the game, there were 3 characters on my mind that were like, you are not making it to the end. Mahiru, who seemed like such a generic, she seemed too generic. I liked her once I started to talk to her, but she seemed too generic at first. Byakuya, because Byakuya, and Akane, because Asahina. And in the end, she's a worse Asahina, and she's kind of like Yasuhiro, because, like, even her plot with Nekomaru is similar to Asahina's plot with, Sakura, but it's worse because Asahina felt like the connection was huge, but with Akane was just, oh yeah, I'm kind of sad. But then, when I thought she was really sad, it was just the despair disease, so it's like, you're not actually that sad, and then, now she's not even that sad about it after the I don't know. I don't know, she's the new Yasuhiro and Asahina at the same time! It's terrible! Why is she not dead yet? I don't even want to talk to her. I'm not talking to her. You can't make me. God, there's a lot of places to go. Whoa, okay, so, I gotta get my bearings right. So where did I come from? Where is Akane? She's gonna be my bearings. I'm not gonna talk to her, but she will be my bearings. Unless I have to talk to her. If I don't have to talk to her, I won't. I don't feel the need. Oh, look at that! That's, oh my god, this game. So there's that over there. There's that hallway over there. And then there's this down here. Music room. Oh, Buki would have liked this. Why couldn't she be alive? Why couldn't, Mahiru be alive? Why couldn't Peko be alive? Why couldn't Mikon be alive, assuming she wasn't crazy? Why couldn't Chiaki be alive? Hell, why couldn't Hyoko be alive? I would have preferred Hyoko at this point. She was actually developing. Akane didn't develop at all. This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. Oh, you think? Is that really strange? I don't know. I don't think it's that strange. It looks ordinary. Surveillance cam. That's a surveillance camera? Where? Where? I don't see a surveillance camera. And then there's the, what's this? Hologram? Piano? This could be a place for a Monokuma. I'm gonna tap around randomly. That's what I did in the freezer, and I got a Monokuma, so maybe I can do that again. I'm just gonna tap around randomly for a bit. Give me a second, guys. Okay, I'm not feeling anything. Alright, so for now I'm gonna assume there's no Monokuma here. Yeah, I don't think so. So, I'm gonna end off with the most suspicious things. I'll start with the less suspicious things, like the camera, which I can't see. Valence camera, why would there be... Oh, I can see it now that it zoomed in, but... Okay. Piano. It's a very nice looking grand piano. It might be very valuable. Ibuki might have been able to play this. I do love... I can't mention it enough. The fact this game keeps bringing back the old characters. The first game never did that. Like, oh, this game is so much better. In that regard. And in many others. But, yeah. Whether or not it's better in general depends on how it ends. But if it ends at least decently, then I'm gonna say it's better. Hologram or monument? More like monolith. How about hologram first? What is this? Words are floating in the air! This is like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of the Academy Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. Looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, I just read this. We obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor will host the academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. So, what is this? Is this us from the island? Because I don't think it's the people in the life. I don't think that. At least I think that wouldn't make sense. Maybe you're wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Host B Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. Okay, so maybe it is the students from the... I don't know. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Is this Future Foundation? I think this is Future Foundation, who's trying to remake a good new world, right? They're the good guys. Chiaki was part of them. So they came to the island, and then Monokuma showed up, and Monokuma was like, fuck! We were trying to hide them from ultimate despair. What the fuck? Is probably what happened. But, that's what I think it's looking like now. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko and Oshima rallying them. In a worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the Killing School life. Also, if they are survivors of Host B Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins, and we haven't located them either. Oh, okay. We'll continue to investigate this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report that the research facility on Jabberwock Island preparations have been completed. Okay. It seems it can proceed with the experiment phase of the Neo World program. The fuck is that? That is definitely has something to do with what's going on now. That sounds so virtual world-ish. Okay. Experiment phase. Okay. Survivors of Host B Academy. 15 students. Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who's part of the Future Foundation, there are definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic, blah 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 in human history, then the world isn't normal anymore, maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might have been better off not remembering the memories we lost. You think? The Academy survivors, hope, add to the truth bullets. And what about Neo World Despair shit, or Neo World, whatever it was called? Not Despair, but... The fuck? What's up with my pet? No poops? Oh, there's a poop. I've been walking a lot more than I thought I have. Check the bullets. Okay, so, bullets. Survivors. According to a report from the Future Foundation, there are apparently 15 people who are identified as the survivors of Host Peak Academy. Okay. Interesting. And then the monolith. Looks like it's some sort of monument. Why would there be a monument in a music room? Not just that. The mark engraved in the monument is a symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below the symbol is a short passage entry. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's what I just said. The graduates of Host Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Does this include the characters from the first game, or what? Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Host Peak Academy? Okay. Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma completely made it up! I don't know if that's true. It might be true that they ended the despair in the world or something, and the despair was what made up the world, so in that sense they ended the world. Future Foundation's origin has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook, so I'm not sure if this means like the students from the first game or if graduates from before then. Don't know how far in the timeline this is. Guess it's all the clues in this room. Let's check that over. Future Foundation's origins. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Host Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. We have 222 Monokuma coins, that's lovely. But I still want more! 20 more! Guess that's all the clues in this room. Finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hospital Academy, and they took us in to protect us. That's true. Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true enemy must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic blah 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 in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Joint Konoshima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was the ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. Maybe. If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow there are still so many mysteries. Like it's all a virtual world. Like, because of all this shit that's happening, of course it's gotta be a virtual world. What other explanation is there? I know it could be tripping balls, but that's about it.